I've just found 5 new metal and rock bands that you need to hear. And as usually, we're all over the place. We're covering folk metal, some groovy death metal, some cool glam metal, and last but not least, a pagan black metal band that has been on repeat for me for the last few weeks. And as a bonus, I will drop a trick that will keep your ears loaded with new music every week. But let's dive in. We're kicking things off in India with Bloodywood from New Delhi. This band started as a parody band in 2011, but they turned into a folk metal powerhouse with their debut album Rakshak that came in 2022. Check this out. Bloodywood released their second album, New Delhi, just a few weeks back, and I saw them live just the other day and it was a crazy experience. Everybody was jumping in sync. There was these crazy tabla beats, new metal riffs, some raw angry screams. This is exotic, heavy and unique. If you're into bands like, I don't know, Slipknot or System of a Down or just anything new metal, funky, different, folky, then this might be right up your alley. And by the way, guys, I'm going to put a link to all the bands in the first comment below so you can actually check them out by yourself. Next up is Trondheim in Norway for Hypermass. Now, this band mixes melodic death metal with a groovy, techy edge. They've been at it since 2012 and they just made 2 EPs and 1 full album. The last EP, Apparition Day, just dropped this month, and here's a taste for you. Now, this is super riff-driven, catchy and brutal somehow, and I think that if you're a fan of bands like At the Gates, Mesuka, Orbit Culture, you will definitely like Hypermass. Now, I was always hunting for new bands, but it was super difficult. So in the end, I actually made my own playlist on Spotify called New Metal and Rock Weekly, updated every Friday with fresh new tracks from new bands, like in this video, plus the old legends. And now you can use that playlist as well. There is a link in the first comment below. Now we're all the way to Japan for Neck. That's an all-female J-rock band. Took me a while to get into, but once I got there, I was totally hooked. Neck only started last year, 2024, but in a typical Japanese efficient fashion, they already made 2 albums. The last one, called Trick Taking, came out just recently. Now this is J-rock at its best, fast, full of energy, and as usual, amazingly talented players and perfect production. Now next up is New York City in the US for Rocs. Now this is a solo project by a guy named Danny Rocco. It blends kind of glam and garage vibes, but I also feel at some point that there is a little bit of grunge or something in here. Rocs has been at it since 2018 and made 2 full albums. The last one, Dream Machine, came out in 2023. Now this album is all over the place, and that makes it hard to place it in any one category or any one box or something like that. But I think if you like bands like anything from Audioslave to Jack White, then definitely Rocs could be your thing. But let's talk about Havukruunu from Finland. Since 2013 they've been crafting this pagan black metal, and their last album, Tavasland, came out last month, and I've had that album on repeat for weeks. Now this is dark and moody with epic riffs and growls, but it also kicks in with some old school heavy metal guitar solos that give it a very different dimension. And as for whom this band is for, I think then people who like Immortal or bands like that, they will like Havukruunu. Did you know any of those bands before? Do you have a band that I need to know? Drop that in the comments below. I do those videos all the time, so make sure to like this one and subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna drop a link to all my previous videos in the first comment below. And if you're up for more, then check out these bands over here. There is occult rock, there is some American death metal, there is some progressive doom rock, and there was a funky band that I have no idea how to describe. See you over there.